Altier has now seemingly made the transition to 4-back. Return of Ramos alongside Marquinhos. Danilo moving back up to the midfield. He did have the option to go back to the 3, but electing to stick with this new formation. Just about ready to get this one underway. Ekitike looking a little hungry and eager to get started. Pushing it off into the area, played square, like maybe a little bit of a wrinkle as Danilo seems to be able to tee it up for Nuno Mendes. Ball in for Neymar. Down goes
Messi, also injured. Nuno Mendes, Danilo, pace, brilliance and skill. Both sides create up. Without him, they haven't won. So clearly there's a link there.
Mbappe's whisk. Ball in for Ponceau. Moffi drops. Lefebvre from distancing it forward. Hakimi trying to bring it down. Try and slow things down. Lifted back in. The early forcing the turnover. Now a delicate little with Vitinha. Ball whipped in, trying to teeing it up for Mendes. Cleared away by Mbappe, but one back. Early shot into Mbappe. Little back heel from Men, 2 center backs. Dropping it in. Marquinhos again that way by the PSG lineup. But they were near post. Glancing header blocked down by. Launched high. Laporte and okay, plays it square. Neymar drags it across and slides it through. Lorient too tricky for its own good, and it's Neymar who pulls the rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, goalkeeper Voga makes one fantastic save against Neymar, but giving him all the praise in the world. Why take?
Debris trying to sneak around. Moffi, Donnarumma tracks down and dives on Marquinhos, gets away from Ramos. It in, defense late to react, lifts it to Ramos. Head
Costa Rica, he's a shoo-in.
Glancing ball,
fire them away.
Here comes Hakimi. Needless to say, he's been a bit of a surprise. In fact, 4, but none of them going in. Ball from, nice turn by Mendes. He's a manager of the half year.
At the beginning of the year. Group, and that is concerns there.
Mbappe trying to rifle. Lorient hanging on. Ball across the middle. Neymar settles. Ekitike waited for the.
Ferre was such a good player in midfield. He could overcome a little gust of
bursting through. He'll catch up to this, but he can't. In for Lefebvre, who seems to be okay. Into this first half. Neymar to Mendes. The Tunisian plays it square. Most extended pressure from Lorient on the day. Ball into the Des over. Launched high and far. Ball launched high, dropping near the spot.
It's on too bad for Regis.
Lefebvre is down. VAR will have a say. Now it's Mbappe rifling it down to the near post. Not exactly bunkering, but opening as he's double teamed. Ramos trying to. Oh, they did have the big win against Haifa, although they high into the air, knotted down. Has had to eke out victories. Ball that he's been able to still be a team player. Back to Watara, rifles it into the 6. He does. Hakimi stops on the 6. Back to it. Dropping it back to the spot. Ian Swinger, 4 minutes added. Over.
Good this side is until we get towards the end of the European Champions League.
Le Goff into the middle. Donnarumma dropped to his line. Mbappe trying to lift it over. Could have been a trip. Neymar 48th minute. Whipped to the 6. Cleared up for Ramos. Headed back to Danilo. Shot. They're not going to get it. Now a tap. And he'll lay it off for Marquinhos. And now we're underway. With that
growing confidence.
Lulu. A little too far. 4 of the 5 attackers from Lorient coming. Maybe not the sharpest. Ekitike a little too much on that chip.
Like, what a finish as well. It was a side foot finish. I thought he drilled his foot right. Altier, you got the hopes of those nations resting on your.
How many internationals get this?
And to be fair to me,
Verratti, but misses the mark. Innocent coming through. Now leaving Vitinha in his dust. Sid Labrie, nice check back, Mofi! Only 42% possession. If we get a chance to look again, the 9 and 6. 2 goals goals in 2 straight games. Le Goff, Mofi off the give and go. Left foot blast past Donnarumma, and in the blink of an eye, PSG's lead disappears. 9th goal of the season for the Nigerian Nightmare.
well, we spoke about him.
Mbappe with a burst of speed against.
Sure. This is a tough Lorient side with Mofi up front. They're back and they're fit to their comfort.
Arabia, Soler, looking at goal, but delivering to the corner of the.
It was against Maccabi Haifa, and he bent them into.
This holds. Lons toying with Danilo, trying to get around. Midway into the second half. Back to Sanchez. To right, puts the brakes on, plays it square.
Substitution.
Ball in for Ramos.
So they can rest and rotate.
Mbappe trying. Lefebvre. The two tangle in the corner, and the Moroccan international. Mbappe again loves to go to his right. Neymar thought once. PSG loved life in the final quarter. 11th goal, tying Mbappe for team lead. A tally for PSG. In for Danilo! And he slams it past Manone and into the back of the net.
That's a fantastic set-piece finish from PSG. We always think of them as quick up front.